Abandoned giant ship calls for aid. Humans transform it into a galactic war machine. Lieutenant Mara Jansen leaned over the console, her eyes narrowing at the strange pattern. It was not just a signal, it was a call. Rhythmic, structured, almost intelligent. "Captain, you should see this," Mara said, pointing at the screen. "It's huge. And it's coming from a sector we haven't charted. This doesn't look natural." Captain Rylan Voran rubbed his temples. "Let me guess, unknown, uncharted, probably dangerous." Mara smiled faintly. "You forgot probably very expensive to explore," Rylan grunted. "Exactly. And yet it's calling for help. That alone makes it our business." The Odyssey turned its massive hull toward the coordinates. The crew braced themselves for the journey into uncharted territory. The signal was strong now, pulsing like a heartbeat in the emptiness of space. As they approached, the outline of a colossal ship began to appear on the long-range sensors. It was enormous, unlike any vessel in the human fleets. Its shape was angular but elegant, with sweeping curves and massive plating, glowing faintly under layers of dust and space debris. Mara whispered almost to herself, "It's beautiful." The ship's size alone dwarfed anything humanity had ever built. Ryland's jaw tightened. "Prepare the boarding team. We're going aboard, but stay cautious. This thing has been floating in space for centuries. We don't know what." Before he could finish, the massive vessel's lights flickered. The signal changed, becoming a series of tonal patterns, almost musical. Then a voice, calm and resonant, echoed in the minds of everyone on the bridge. "I have waited to be found." The crew froze. Not through speakers, not through the usual comm system. The voice was in their minds, clear and deliberate. Rylan exchanged a glance with Mara. "Did anyone else hear that?" "Yes," Mara said, gripping the edge of the console. "It spoke to us directly." The ship loomed closer on the sensors. Its hull was scarred, scratched from centuries of drifting through space, but it was intact. And then they saw it, movable sections of the hull, as if the ship itself were alive, opening small hatches and scanning their vessel. "Docking protocols?" Rylan asked. Mara shook her head. "No response from standard comms. This is unlike anything we've dealt with." After careful maneuvering, the Odyssey aligned with a docking bay on the alien vessel. Magnetic clamps attached automatically, holding them steady. Rylan activated the boarding airlock. "Stay sharp," he warned. "We don't know what's inside." The boarding team, 4 engineers and 2 scientists, suited up and transferred into the derelict ship. Inside, the hallways were vast, cathedral-like in scale. Massive conduits ran along the walls, glowing faintly, pulsing with power. Strange glyphs and lights lined the corridors, moving subtly, almost as if the ship were watching. Dr. Lena Voss, the lead scientist, ran her hand along the railing. "This is incredible. The materials, the construction, nothing human-made could survive centuries like this and still retain power." One of the engineers, Jerk, muttered, "Feels like it's alive, like it knows we're here." They reached a central chamber, a bridge unlike any human design. Instead of chairs, there were raised platforms, hovering panels, and a large central core that glowed with faint blue energy. The moment they stepped closer, the core pulsed brighter. "Welcome, I have waited for minds like yours," the voice said again. Mara glanced at Rylan. "It's speaking to us. Somehow, it knows we're humans." The ship's core shimmered, and a holographic interface appeared, projecting a 3-dimensional map of star systems. Then images of battles, unknown alien ships, and strange planets flashed across the display. "This ship," Lena whispered, "it was a warship." "Yes," Ryland said, "and judging by the size, it could have wiped out entire fleets." The team explored further. Weapon bays were dormant, but massive energy conduits ran into empty turrets that seemed capable of devastating firepower. The ship's hull was lined with adaptive armor, repair systems, and engines far beyond current human design. Jerk stepped into a control room and tapped at the console. "Some systems are still online. Shielding, propulsion, energy cores, they can be powered, but it's delicate. This ship doesn't just respond to commands, it interacts with us. The team realized the ship had a form of intelligence. It seemed to sense their intentions, adjusting systems subtly as if testing them. Rylan frowned. We can't just leave this here. With technology like this, imagine what humans could do, Lena interrupted, cautious. Or what others could do. Rylan, we don't know why it's abandoned. It could be a trap or a warning. Before anyone could respond, the ship pulsed again. The holographic interface displayed a star system under attack, ships being destroyed by unknown energy weapons. The image shifted, pointing toward a nearby human colony. They are coming, the ship said. You can stop them if you awaken me. Rylan's heart raced. You heard that, team. This isn't just abandoned tech. It's a weapon and it's asking for help. Mara hesitated. Captain, are we sure we can control it? I mean, it talks like it can think. Rylan squared his shoulders. If humanity is going to survive out here, we adapt or we die. We bring it online, carefully, step by step, but we bring it online. The engineers set to work. They tapped into the ship's power cores, carefully activating shielding and propulsion systems. The ship responded instantly, adjusting energy flows and initiating repairs on its own. It was clear the vessel was alive in some sense, responding to their actions. Hours passed. Slowly systems came online. The ship's size, the hum of power, the faint vibrations beneath their feet, it was awe-inspiring and terrifying. You have awakened me partially, the voice said. I feel your courage, your ingenuity. Together we can fight. Lena turned to Rylan. It's like it's choosing us as partners, but there's a warning here. Its understanding of warfare is ancient, perhaps ruthless. We need to be careful. Rylan nodded. We'll proceed cautiously, but this could be humanity's greatest chance. Just as they were about to finish activating the main core, a tremor ran through the ship. Sensors picked up something moving in the distance, debris shifting, shadows in the hallways, or perhaps the ship's own response to full activation. They are coming, the voice repeated. Prepare and survive. Rylan felt a thrill he hadn't experienced since his first mission beyond the solar system. Humanity was about to step into the galaxy in a way it never had before, armed with knowledge, ingenuity, and an ally from a forgotten era. He looked at Mara and Lena. Get ready. Whatever's out there, we're not just humans anymore, we're something more. The giant ship hummed around them, alive with latent power. Its engines began to glow, its weapons systems flickered, and the holographic maps projected distant fleets converging on human territory. And somewhere deep inside the colossal vessel, the faintest whisper echoed, I have waited for minds like yours. Let us fight together. Outside, the stars stretched endlessly, but now humanity had a new presence, a giant, awakened, and ready to change the balance of power in the galaxy. The first step had been taken. And it would not be the last. The colossal ship hovered silently in orbit around the uncharted planet, its hull glowing faintly with energy. Humans had begun to explore its capabilities, but every day brought new surprises. Captain Rylan Voran and his crew had realized that this was no ordinary vessel. It was alive in some way, reacting to their presence, their decisions, even their thoughts. Lieutenant Mara Jansen walked down one of the wide corridors, her boots clicking against the metallic floor. The walls hummed softly as if the ship itself were breathing. Still amazed, Rylan asked from behind, following the faint glow of the control panels. Mara smirked. Every day, it's huge, alive, and possibly smarter than half our fleet commanders combined. Rylan chuckled, but the tension in his shoulders betrayed his caution. And it's only partially awake. We need to unlock its full potential before it's too late. The team had spent weeks activating the ship's dormant systems. Engines now hummed with power, defensive shields could withstand bombardment, and initial weapon tests showed energy output far beyond anything humans had built. The The ship, however, was not just a tool, it learned. It adapted to commands, adjusted power flows on its own, and sometimes resisted actions it considered dangerous. Dr. Lena Voss stared at the holographic display of the ship's core. It's integrating our strategies. It's not just following orders, it's analyzing, predicting, improving. If we can teach it our ways, it could become the most powerful vessel humanity has ever had. Engineer Jerk, adjusting a panel near the main conduit, nodded. I've never seen a machine that thinks. It responds like a partner, not a machine. But it's huge. We need to be careful. One wrong command and we could. Suddenly, the ship pulsed, a soft vibration under their feet. The holographic display shifted, showing a distant fleet of alien ships moving toward human space. Lena's eyes widened. They've detected us, she whispered. Ryland's jaw tightened. Prepare simulations. We need to see what this ship can do against real threats. In the simulation room, the team ran mock battles. The ship's AI integrated human tactics, quickly outperforming even the most aggressive simulations. It learned to combine maneuvering, energy allocation, and weapon targeting in ways humans had never imagined. Mara leaned forward, fascinated. It's like it knows how humans fight and then improves it. Exactly, Lena said, and it's learning fast. If it continues like this, it could become the ultimate warship, and it's only partially awake. Ryland's comm beeped. It was Admiral Kale on the line, her expression grim. Captain, intelligence reports confirm alien movements near human colonies, she said. They're testing defenses, and with a fleet that size, we don't stand a chance, unless that vessel of yours can be fully operational. Ryland looked at the ship's glowing hull. It will be ready. But it's not just a weapon. It's alive, and it chooses who it fights with. The next days were intense. Engineers and scientists worked tirelessly, integrating human-designed AI modules with the ship's ancient systems. They modified turrets, reinforced the hull, and adjusted energy flows. The ship responded instantly, reorganizing its systems, sometimes suggesting modifications in ways the humans could barely understand. Your design is inefficient. Allow me, it had said one evening, and within minutes the weapons array had been optimized, improving firing rate and accuracy. One night, as the team rested, the ship hummed softly. Mara awoke to find the corridor lit with a gentle blue glow. A voice filled the chamber, not loud but in her mind, calm and almost comforting. You have courage, I feel your intent, you will make worthy companions. Mara shivered. It's talking to me alone. Yes, I learn, I adapt. Together we can protect or destroy. She reported to Ryland the next morning. It's forming bonds with us, not just systems, it's choosing allies, guiding us. Ryland frowned. That's good and dangerous. We need it for defense, not conquest. Keep that in mind. The first full power test came sooner than expected. Sensors detected an alien reconnaissance fleet approaching a human colony. The team mobilized the giant ship for the first operational mission. As the vessel moved, its massive engines glowed, leaving streaks of light across space. Its shields flared as it passed through an asteroid field, adapting automatically to collisions and debris. I am ready, the ship said. Lead the way. In battle, the ship was unlike anything humans had seen. Its energy cannons cut through enemy shields effortlessly, and it maneuvered with surprising agility for its size. Mara piloted a fighter alongside it, watching in awe as the ship integrated their tactics in real time. It's learning from us mid-combat, she said, eyes wide. The aliens had expected resistance, but they did not anticipate the synergy of human creativity and ancient technology. The ship predicted enemy movements, redirected energy to weak points, and even protected human ships by creating energy barriers at critical moments. Ryland's voice crackled over the comms. All units stay close. This is humanity's first real strike with our new ally. Watch and learn. The battle ended swiftly. The alien fleet retreated, badly damaged and disoriented. For the first time in recorded human space history, a single ship working with humans had turned the tide against a superior force. Back on the ship, the crew celebrated cautiously. The vessel pulsed gently, a low hum of satisfaction. "You fought well," it said. "Together we can face what comes next," Lena smiled. "It's not just a warship, it's intelligent, loyal." Jerk shook his head. "I still can't believe it, a living war machine helping humans." Rylan looked out at the stars. "We're entering a new era. This ship isn't just a weapon. It's proof that humanity can rise, adapt, and lead even among the stars." But not everyone was convinced. Political leaders argued that controlling such a ship was too dangerous. What if it turned against them? What if alien forces traced it back to Earth? The crew didn't have time for politics. A larger fleet of aliens was detected, far more advanced and far closer than anyone had predicted. The ship's glow intensified as if it could sense the impending conflict. "They are coming." "Prepare," it said. Mara tightened her grip on the controls. "Looks like we won't have a choice. We either fight or we lose everything." Rylan nodded. "Then we fight, and we fight smart. This ship is more than a tool, it's our partner. And together, we'll show the galaxy what humans can do." As the alien fleet advanced, the crew worked tirelessly to integrate human combat strategies with the ship's ancient intelligence. Every maneuver, every strike, every calculation was shared between human minds and machine thought. The first encounter with the advanced alien fleet would not be the last. But humanity now had a weapon unlike any other, a war machine that learned, adapted, and even cared for them. "We are ready," the ship said, as if sensing the battle to come. "Together we will prevail." And somewhere deep in the void of space, the faint glimmer of distant stars seemed to shine brighter. Humanity's Titan had awakened. The distant human colony of Arcturus V blinked faintly against the darkness of space. Peaceful, quiet, and completely unprepared. Sensors aboard the Odyssey picked up the approaching alien fleet, larger, more advanced, and far more aggressive than anything humanity had faced before. Captain Rylan Voran stood on the bridge of the colossal ship they had awakened. Its hull gleamed under the distant starlight, massive engines humming with power. The ship seemed almost alive, responsive to every subtle thought from its human crew. "They're close," Lieutenant Mara Jansen said, her voice steady but tense. "Too close, and they're moving fast." Rylan nodded. "All units prepare for engagement. This is our first real battle, and our ally, our partner, is ready to fight alongside us." The giant ship pulsed, a low hum resonating through the corridors. Its voice filled the minds of everyone on board. "I feel them. I will protect, I will strike, lead, and I will follow." Engineers, scientists, and military officers worked together, running final checks on shields, weapons, and energy flows. This was more than a warship. It was a living system, adapting constantly to their plans, learning from every move. Outside, the alien fleet spread like a storm, a wall of sleek black ships bristling with weapons. They underestimated humans, assuming this colony to be easy prey. They had no idea what awaited them. "They are coming," the ship repeated. "I am ready." Rylan glanced at Mara. "This is it. We do this together. Stick close, follow its lead." The giant ship surged forward, massive engines flaring, cutting through space with a speed no human vessel could match. Energy shields rippled outward, deflecting asteroids and debris, while adaptive turrets scanned the alien fleet for weak points. Mara piloted a fighter alongside, marveling at the coordination. "It's amazing. It knows exactly what I'm doing and reacts instantly. Together, we are stronger," the ship's voice echoed in her mind. The first volley from the aliens struck the human fleet. Energy blasts tore through space, but the giant ship absorbed the attacks, redistributing power to shields while launching retaliatory strikes. Its massive energy cannons fired in precise, devastating bursts, slicing through enemy ships like paper. Ryland's heart pounded. All units engage, follow the lead of the Titan. The ship moved with a grace no human warship could achieve. It twisted, turned, and repositioned its massive frame effortlessly, predicting enemy movements. Smaller human ships followed its lead, striking in perfect synchronization. The alien fleet, confident and cruel, found themselves outmaneuvered at every turn. They are strong, but they do not understand strategy. I will show them, the ship said. The battle intensified. Alien ships attempted to flank, but the ship's sensors predicted their movements before they could execute. Energy barriers extended around human vessels, absorbing impacts while counterattacks disabled the alien engines. Mara shouted over comms. "They can't hit us." "Every move we make, it's there," Rylan nodded grimly. "It's not just weapons, it's thinking, learning, adapting. Humanity never had anything like this." The giant ship pulsed again, and a new energy wave radiated outward, disabling the alien fleet's weapon systems temporarily. The aliens tried to regroup, but human ships took advantage, attacking with precision. "I will protect them," the ship's voice said. "I will ensure survival." The alien flagship approached, massive and armed with concentrated energy weapons. Rylan realized this would be the decisive moment. "Prepare for the main strike. Titan, guide us." The ship responded immediately, repositioning, firing coordinated blasts while keeping the human fleet safe. Mara watched in awe as it absorbed enemy fire, deflected energy beams, and returned fire with devastating accuracy. "Rylan, it's incredible," she whispered. "It's more than a machine. It's thinking, learning, even caring about us." The alien flagship fired a massive energy beam at the colony. The human fleet tried to intercept, but it would have been devastating. The giant ship surged forward, positioning itself between the beam and the colony. Its shields flared brilliantly and the beam struck the hull, energy dispersing across the ship, harmlessly redirected into space. "No harm will come to them," the ship said. "Not while I exist." Ryland's heart raced. "Fire everything." The giant ship unleashed a coordinated strike on the alien flagship. Energy cannons, guided missiles, and adaptive weapon arrays combined perfectly with human tactics. The flagship shuddered under the assault, finally exploding in a brilliant flash of light. The remaining alien ships faltered, disorganized and terrified. They had never encountered a weapon like this, a ship that anticipated their every move and adapted instantly. One by one, they retreated, fleeing into the void. The colony of Arcturus V was safe. The human fleet regrouped, battered but victorious. Mara floated alongside the ship, unable to stop smiling. "We did it thanks to it." The ship's hum filled their minds, gentle and calm. "You fought well, you are worthy. Together we will face what comes next." Rylan exhaled deeply. "It's more than a weapon, it's a partner, a protector." Dr. Lena Voss stepped forward. "It even made strategic sacrifices to save human lives. This is unprecedented. A living ship aligned with humanity." Jerk shook his head, still staring at the massive hull. "I can't believe it. It actually cares." The ship pulsed again, almost like a heartbeat, as if acknowledging their awe. "I exist to fight, to protect, and to grow alongside you," it said. "Together, we will reclaim what was lost and explore the stars as one." Rylan looked at the stars beyond. For centuries, humans had been small, fragile, and cautious in space. Now they had a giant ally, a ship that combined ancient technology with human ingenuity, capable of defending entire systems and striking fear into enemies across the galaxy. Mara turned to Rylan, a grin spreading across her face. "You know what this means, right?" Rylan raised an eyebrow. "We get to explore, protect, and what else?" Mara laughed softly. "We're officially unstoppable." The ship pulsed once more, engines flaring gently. "The galaxy will know humanity," it said, "and they will learn respect or regret it." In the quiet aftermath, the crew realized the magnitude of their achievement. Humanity had awakened not just a weapon, but a partner that could change the balance of power in the galaxy. They were no longer just a fledgling species. They were pioneers, leaders, and guardians of the stars. Ryland's gaze swept across the human fleet, then back to the colossal ship. "This is just the beginning," he said quietly. The ship's hum resonated through the corridors, a low, confident tone. "Yes, together we rise." As the stars stretched endlessly around them, humanity had a new presence in the galaxy. A titan awakened, loyal and ready to fight alongside them, heralding the dawn of a new era. And somewhere in the vast emptiness of space, distant civilizations began to take notice. A new power had awakened, and it bore the mark of humanity.